Hello dear fashion bosses, how are you doing today? Welcome to another interesting section with Fashion Boss Innovations Academy Limited. In today's tutorial, we will be teaching us how to make this beautiful structured petal puffy sleeve, okay? I think it is a sleeve you should know how to make. There is something about the sleeve, okay? So in today's class, we are going to be doing the drafting, the cutting, and the stitching of this very beautiful sleeve. If this is what you would want to learn how to make sure you watch this video to the end. It is a very short tutorial, yet very detailed, okay? On this note, we want to take this time out to say a very big welcome to our first timer on this channel. If today happens to be your first time on this channel, we say, hey, welcome to Fashion Boss Innovations community. Do well to, subscribe to this channel and tap on the bell so you get notification each time we drop new video. And if you are a returner subscriber, we say thank you for always coming back to watch our videos and support us, okay? Do want to follow us on other social media handle like Facebook and Instagram. If you want a tutorial video on how we made this dress, please indicate your interest in the comment section. I'm going to make the tutorial available only when you indicate your interest. All right, so we're on the cutting table now. We are going to be drafting the sleeve. This is my pattern paper. So the first thing I'll do, like it is our custom here, is to roll my origin line, okay? My origin line, that's the first thing to do, okay? So after doing that, we are going to be coming down by 4 inches from the origin line, okay? You will understand the reason why we are coming down by 4 inches as the class progresses, okay? So I just connect those marks with a straight row. You can make this 4 inches to be 5 inches as well. It depends on how puffy, you want your sleeve to be. There is something, around that upper area. I can't really explain it right now, but you will understand as the class goes on. So I'm going to be taking the sleeve length, from this point now. So we are assuming this second line is our origin line for the sleeve, okay? So I'll add 1 inch to the sleeve length. Please, your sleeve length should not be too long. The structure sleeve, 10 inches is totally perfect, okay? So I'm using the 10 inches and then I'm connecting these marks together. All right, so after doing that, I'm going to be imputing my arm circumference, okay? So it's not a tight sleeve. It's not a tight sleeve at all. It's a loose sleeve. So we're not making it fitted, all right? We're not making it fitted at all. Okay, so I just bring that whatever I have, as my armhole divided by 2. I just brought it down. That's exactly what I did. So I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches for my sleeve cap, okay? And then I'm going to be connecting to get a regular, line or curve for our sleeve as it may be. Then from that upper line where we left 4 inches, okay, I'm just trying to beautify my curves very well. I'm going to be curving it like this into that sleeve, that's cap height, like you can see me do, okay, just like this. Very simple, very easy, but very detailed, right? Very, very, very simple. And hey guys, we are done drafting the sleeve. No big deal, we are done drafting the sleeve. After now, we are going to alter this pattern to giving us the petal sleeve. Please, when drafting the sleeve, make sure you are not drafting on a single paper. Make sure your pattern paper is doubled, because we're going to be opening it up to alter it to give us the petal effect. Hope you understand what I just said. So if you've watched this video up to this point, do well to subscribe, follow, like, give a thumbs up. Make sure you give a thumbs up. So I just open up my sleeve, and if there is any points of this tutorial you do not understand, make sure you ask your question, okay? So this is our center line for the sleeve, okay? I'm going to be coming inward like this by 5 inches. So this 5 inches is totally dependent on how overlapping you want that petal sleeve to be. The petal sleeve is an overlapping kind of sleeve, okay? So I came out by 5 inches, and then on this point, you know, we added 1 inch to our sleeve as our allowance. I then mark that one sleeve out. So from that 5 inches, I'm going to be curving it like this into that 1 inch, which is our seam allowance for the sleeve. Hope you understand. And hey guys, we are done authoring this pattern for the petals. Okay, so I'm just going to be cutting it out like this. Hope you can see the reason why I said your pattern paper should be doubled and not single like we often do sometimes, right? Hope you now see why you cannot use a single paper when drafting your basic sleeve. Okay, so on that center line, make sure you take a notch. It is very, very important. If you do not take a notch, you will make a mistake. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using for the sleeve. Okay, but first of all, I'm going to be using this shining face to do a part of the sleeve illustration. So I just place my pattern this way on the sleeve, and then I'm going to be cutting it out. So you're cutting out 2 for one sleeve. Okay, you know it's an overlapping sleeve, right? So it means you're going to be having a total of 4 panels, right? So 1 for the lining, 1 for the main fabric. Okay, so when you are done cutting, make sure you replicate your notch on your fabric. It's very important, otherwise you make a mistake. Okay, so I have it right now in 2 places, one as the main fabric and one as the sleeve. Okay, this is what you should have when the sleeve is ready. Okay, just trying to give you a snippet into what you should have when you are done drafting. This is what you should have. When you place it that way, you're not getting that effect, then it means you've made a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to be infusing my fusibles into the lining piece, not the main fabric. You're infusing your fusible into the fabric you're going to be using as your lining piece. Please take note. So once I am done, I am going to join both together like this. Okay, join that part together and then bring the sleeve. So one is lining, one is the main fabric. After joining, you bring it up this way, place it this way, the right side facing the right side, and then you stitch just like as I'm showing you. You stitch that bottom part. Once you are done stitching, okay, you turn it inside out. So this is it when we're done stitching. I've laminated the main fabric to it at this moment. You are going to top stitch. Okay, you are going to top stitch. This is what it was, okay, before I stitched. Okay, so when I was done stitching, this the part where I ask you to stitch. Okay, the difference is that I have introduced my main fabric. I've laminated it to one part of the line. It's like a lacy fabric, and then you top stitch on your stitches. Okay, and then you turn it inside out this way like you can see me do. All right, and then I'll stitch up this upper part. Please make sure your fusibles does not get to that upper part, because if it gets to that upper part, it will be difficult to pull a gathers. Then give it a very good ironing. So take note of your notches. This is the point where you need your notches. Okay, so you fold it together like this, your notches meeting your notches. This point you need those notch. So if you did not place a notch, woohoo, so you run a loose stitch on that upper part, and then you pull your gathers. Okay, and then you pull your gathers to the tune of your armhole circumference, right? So that loose stitch, you use it to pull a gathers at this point, just like this. Okay, so when you are pulling the gathers, you are also measuring the armhole circumference to be sure that you have the right armhole. Okay, and once you are done pulling the gathers, your sleeve is ready. You go ahead to fix it to your sleeve. Was this tutorial helpful? Did you find value in it? Please, if you did, kindly give a like, give a share, give a thumbs up, and let us know what you think about the tutorial video. Please also go ahead to indicate your interest if you want a tutorial video on how I made that dress. It's a princess that's bustier. okay, with a front basque. If you want the tutorial video, please go ahead to indicate your interest. I will make it available for you. Okay, so this is the sleeve once we were done. You know, you see how beautiful, how well structured it is looking at this point. All right, so please go ahead to subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, so at this point I was just trying it to see what it looks like, and to also show you to see what it looks like when we are done. Okay, I like the effect, I like what I got. You can see me smiling. All right, please let us know what you think. And these are both sleeves for the dress. I'll see you guys in the next video guys. Bye bye for now.